Alrighty. Welcome to another edition of the Leadership Standard. I am your host, Buchilo. Please share this broadcast and get as many people as possible watching. Welcome to another edition of the Leadership Standard. I am your host, Buchilo. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you all for being here today. And please, wherever you're watching from, just post a comment below so I know exactly where you're watching from. All right. Post a comment below so I know where you're watching from. Thank you so much for being here today. We're going to talk about the topic is IPOB a terrorist organization? Because a lot of people have been asking me and they've been seeming to understand, the issue of what IPOB, the organization, is. All right. And you must understand that IPOB is an international organization. And I'm not speaking, I'm speaking on behalf of, the people who understand the value that IPOB is bringing to the Biafran people back in Nigeria. All right. Now, I don't speak on behalf of IPOB. I just speak on my own knowledge and understanding. Okay. So please take this with a grain of salt. All right. The point I'm trying to make in essence is, the value that IPOB has currently is the value of, its request for self-determination. I don't know if that makes any sense, but the value that IPOB has currently is the value for, its quest for self-determination and its quest for, the referendum that it's fighting for. Now, you must understand that there is a power in that. There's a power in that value. And that value must be used, justly, equitably, and fairly. As well as the fact that the organization itself, when I look at it from the outside perspective, I understand that it is currently being attacked by so many labels, by people who have sort of come up with this idea that they are a terrorist organization, which they are not, and which the Biafran, the British government never, mentioned that IPOB is a terrorist organization. But I want to talk about that today. All right. I want to talk about that today. I'm going to actually pull up the report itself so that everyone can take a look at it. So this is the report. All right. I hope this is being shared right now. This is the report, and I'm getting this from the government UK's website. How do you define someone who's a terrorist or an organization that's into terrorism? They commit or participate in acts of terrorism. They prepare for terrorism. They promote or encourage terrorism, and they're otherwise concerned in terrorism. All right. Now, if you look at the definition term of what a terrorist organization is under the Terrorism Act, prepares terrorism, commits, participates in acts of terrorism, promotes and encourages terrorism, otherwise concerned in terrorism. There's no place in the world where they will actually register an organization if that organization is a terrorist organization. Nobody in the world is going to register an organization, first of all, legally, if that organization is a terrorist organization. So let us even think about that first of all. How would IPOB be a registered organization in the UK if it's involved in terrorism? The first thing they would do is possibly take away its license. All right. And again, the UK government does not want to open up its own. The UK government doesn't want to open up its own, a portal for legal issues to start happening. I don't know if that makes any sense, because you must understand that the game that IPOB is fighting is a game of the courts. It's a game of law. All right. IPOB is fighting a game of law. And even with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu being in prison or in detention right now, the best way to fight this would be to fight it through the legal means. Through the legal means. Through the legal means. That's the best way to fight this. The best way to fight this will be through the legal means, not through any other, illegal or any other unjust or any kind of means that is against the laws of natural justice, equity, and fairness. All right. And there is the marginalization of the Biafran people that has given birth to the request for self-determination, right? You know, that would have given birth to the self-determination. The marginalization of the Biafran people is what has given birth to the Biafran struggle and to the IPOB and through all of these legal means that they are seeking towards ensuring that there's justice. Because understand that IPOB is just a call for justice. All right. This organization, from what I've seen, they are crying for justice. All right. They are crying for justice. They're not crying for anything more than just, justice. And that is what the Nigerian government is not giving them. The Nigerian government is not giving them justice. Rather, the Nigerian government has shown time and time again to be giving them injustice of the highest order with more killings, unnecessary burning of people's homes by the agents of states. And, if you read this report by the by the UK government is a very detailed report. All right? It's a very detailed report. The report explains exactly what birthed IPOB. Okay? Now there's a lot of things here that's going on and on and on and on and on. All right? But there is something about the Biafran issue that I want to talk about here. It seems like this is actually a different report that I got. But the point I'm trying to make in essence is I read the report itself. And let me tell you what the report said. The report mentioned the birthing of IPOB. What gave birth to IPOB? All right? What gave birth to IPOB is a call for justice. Till today, nothing is still done about it. Nobody is going about protecting the rights of the Biafran people in Nigeria. We've seen how they've arrested celebrities for wearing the emblem, the Biafran emblem, which I understand that they are saying is against the sovereignty of the state. But again, there is freedom of expression, and that's a constitutional right. If you have a constitutional right, that your constitutional right must be adhered to. No one can come in and just say that they want to take away your constitutional rights just because of how they feel. You see how they did not let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wear this dress in court. The Isiago attire. That's a violation of his constitutional right. And I want to just say this as well, that the best way to fight this is, as I said initially, is through the courts. Because through the courts, there will be legal documents that can support one's argument for the next thing, and for the next thing, and for the next thing, and for the next thing. That's how I see it. But if anyone wants to start fighting or try to make this go through another illegal means, then that's just making more problems for yourself. Because at the end of the day, every person will still have to go through the courts to get justice. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu won a court case in Abia State of, I believe, 50 million naira against the state government for the intrusion into his home, for the intrusion into his space, for the killings that happened in his house, right? And the same court mentioned that they did not jump bail, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not jump bail, that he had to run for his life. The same court did that. Now, the same court has the same courts system in Nigeria that has said that, they want to proscribe IPOB as a terrorist organization. Which, if you understand the history of how IPOB became concerned, that they started only in Nigeria did they say that. And that was, I believe, a state court. And the state court did not say that via a trial. They did not say that through a trial. Rather, they said that just through an ex parte motion, a motion that was served to the court outside of the other counsel's notice. So the point I'm trying to make in essence is even the court system has been used as a tool of oppression. The court system has been used as a tool of oppression against the Biafran people. They have used the court system to hold it and to make the people that are advocating for Biafra spend longer days and longer times in prisons, which does not help the argument of the Nigerian people. Because if they can make this seamless and make the court system faster and try to, and the courts are, of course, the judges have to be unbiased. The judges cannot be biased. You know, if the judges are unbiased and they see what's going on, they will make this process faster. Nigeria does not even have to be going through all this pain, because the truth of the matter is this: as much as the Nigerian government is ready to kill and kill and kill and kill, and they don't have any mercy when it comes to killing people that identify as Biafrans, let me tell you the honest truth. The honest truth is this: do you think even the Nigerian soldiers are happy? Of course, they are going about doing their job, killing people. But at the end of the day, the situation in Nigeria, does it make them happy? The situation in Nigeria doesn't make anybody happy. So the point I'm trying to make in essence is, why don't we solve this problem easily? The problem of the disintegration of Nigeria can be solved easily. Everybody can just come together and figure out how to solve this problem, and stop prolonging it to the next generation, from one generation to another generation to another generation to another generation. Because the eyes of people are opening, and not now. So the point is, would the UK government proscribe IPOB as a terrorist organization? What of the Yoruba people that are asking for self-determination? Why do we as Nigerians even need the help of the UK government? Why do we even need them to? We don't even need them. We don't need them to determine the sovereignty of Nigeria. The people can determine that for themselves. Let the people come together and decide if they want to live or not. Nobody has to be forced into a union that they don't feel like they want to be in. It's as simple as that. And that's where it is only logical for people to come together and sit down and carry out a referendum. Nobody needs to be going in circles. Some parts of Nigeria, is controlled by Boko Haram, ISIS, ISWAP. Some other parts controlled by, so many factions, Everybody's fighting everybody. Everybody's fighting everybody. It's a whole mess. Nobody is even having the time to think of progressive ideas that will move that continent of West Africa forward. Everyone has a gun. Everyone is shooting everybody. Everyone is killing everybody. And the question is, to what end will all of this continue? How long are we going to keep living like animals? How long are we going to keep living like people that have no sense? How long are we going to keep living like filthy people, like disgusting creatures, like the scum of the earth? How long? How long are we going to keep living like this? That's the question we have to sit down and ask ourselves. Because you hate somebody, you want to just kill the person. That doesn't make any sense. IPOB, if you ask me, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his legal team, to me, they're doing an amazing job, because they're fighting this fight through the law. If they are ready, if they want to keep him there for, if they want to keep him there for the rest of whatever they want to do, as far as they have him, they have to do what is needful. They have to do what is needful. They cannot keep delaying and punishing him and not giving him food and not making him change his clothes. All of that is just violations of human rights. And now they have cases in Kenya, in the ICC, in Nigeria. They have cases everywhere, because that's the only way you can fight this to the logical conclusion. Whatever has a beginning must have an ending. Whatever has a beginning must have an ending. And this Biafran issue must have an ending. The issue of Oduduwa nation must also have an ending. It must have an ending. Nations have come and gone. It's not going to be the first time. The fact that we happen to be in the continent of Africa called Nigeria or called, Biafra or called West Africa doesn't make us any different from other places. But we have to live like human beings. We have to live like people that understand how society should run, how democracy should run. Democracy is a combination of everyone's opinion. Everyone has a voice. Everyone's voice should matter. And that is where the problem is. The problem lies when people do not let other people's voices matter. Everyone's voice matters. And the people that are crying for justice and equity and fairness, their voices matter as well. And we must understand that. We must understand that their voices matter and not see it like no, because of this, no. It's unfair. Anything that does not bring fairness and equity is just wrong. The marginalization of the Igbo people, the landlocking of the Igbo people, the £20, everything must be addressed. The properties that were taken away from them, the fact that they have to meet the highest quota to get into universities. I know how much I had to study to get into high school, into secondary school in Nigeria. And for those who do not know, I went to King's College, Lagos. I went to University of Lagos. Studied law in the University of Lagos. Always knew I wanted to be a lawyer. So I understand that there is a reason why people must fight for justice and equity. So that society will function like decent people. Society will function like people can function like decent people. And not just a select few. A select few that are handpicked by puppets, and they can be controlled because they are puppets. We break down every cycle of puppets. Anybody that wants to turn us into puppets. We are not puppets. We are right-thinking people that can think for ourselves. We can think for ourselves. And the things that we're asking for are very simple. They are very simple. They are in black and white. They are in black and white. And it's as simple as you requesting what you want for yourself, want it for the other person. If you want good for yourself, let the other person have good. Why are you blocking development in the Southeast? Why are you blocking development in the Southeast? There should be no killings. Everybody now that is fighting each other and killing themselves, to what end? How long are we going to continue like this? How long are we going to continue like this? Give the people what they want. Stop wasting time. Stop wasting time. We do not have enough time to continue to waste. People's lives are being wasted. Young people's lives are being wasted. They are wasted in the schools are on strike. There is no light. There are no jobs. And they were still hoarding palliatives during COVID-19. What kind of wicked government is this? You are telling the people not to develop. You're not giving them what they want. You are still holding them back with the down bondage. If Nigeria was amazing and great and people had jobs, do you think there will be all of this nonsense going on? But it is what it is now. It is a failed state, almost becoming a failed state with the amount of terrorism going on everywhere. And with the high prices of food, high prices of everything, no jobs, no roads, no schools. Schools are on strike, exorbitant prices for everything. And now you are telling the people that they have to sit down and shut up. Is that not wickedness? Is that not wickedness, I ask you? So let us become only sensible at this point in time. If you don't want to have sense, it is your own problem. But let us wake up and remind ourselves that we cannot continue to suffer and take 10 steps forward and 15 steps backwards. 10 steps forward, 15 steps backwards. Whatever is taking us backwards, we have to cut that thing. Whatever is taking us backwards, we have to cut it. Whatever is taking us backwards, we have to cut it. We have to say enough is enough. I am tired of going backwards. I am tired of going back to my vomit. I am tired of going back to my failures. I am tired of going back to my, to where there is suffering. I'm tired of going back to where there is no light. I'm tired of going back to where there is no school. I am tired of going back to where there is no food. I'm tired of going back to where there is no electricity. I'm tired of going back to where I have to protest to get everything I want in my life. Why do you have to protest to get everything you want in life? Why must you protest to your father will protest to get paid? Your children will protest to go to school. Your grandparents will protest to get pension. People will protest to get fuel. They will protest to get lights. Everybody will protest and protest. Police will protest to get paid. Soldiers will protest to get their own equipment. Even House of Rep members will protest self to even go into the chambers. Everybody is protesting like mad people. But the other person can call himself a Fulani man, call himself an Hausa man. But as soon as the other person calls himself a Biafran person, he's seen as a target. How is that making any sense? So this is how I understand it. The persecution that is going on can only go on for a long time before the other person starts becoming annoyed. That's just the way life is. You can keep persecuting someone only for a certain amount of time before they've had enough. And that's where a lot of people are right now. They've had enough. So make use of that information as you may. Have a wonderful Friday. God bless you. Stay well and see you next time on the Leadership Standard.